So I'm still quite new to your teaching, so to say. This is really my first weekend. I went full in as well right away. And yesterday you were talking about kind of. So I'm just trying to figure out if I get it correctly. You're saying or mentioning I am is the truest realization you can make. Um, I can understand that. What I'm a bit like struggling, so to say, is the I am. It's the realization from the finite self, right? The finite mind.
No, no.
No?
But the words I am are formulated
Uh-huh.
by the finite mind, but they refer to an experience that is not of the finite mind.
Mm-hmm.
Let me try and explain why. The, the reason we are able to say I am is because we know that I am. If we did not know I am, we would not be able to say legitimately to claim I am. We claim I am because we we know that we are. Now, what is it that knows or is aware that we are, that I am? Well, whatever it is must be conscious, must be aware. Only awareness is aware, and then therefore only awareness can have the experience of being, or indeed anything else. So the words I am express awareness's experience of its own being. Because only awareness can be aware of being. Therefore, although the words I am are formulated by the finite mind, they refer to an experience that does not take place in the finite mind, namely the experience of awareness's experience of its own being. And that's why I am is said to be the highest truth, because it is an expression of reality's experience of itself, awareness's experience of itself.
Yeah. So that recognition of awareness experience itself comes prior to let's say the words I am, which is kind
But
of the translation of it, so to say.
exactly, the recognition, the knowledge, the
Hmm.
knowing of being is prior to the mind. The expression I am is in the mind, but that expression refers to the knowing of being, the awareness of being.
Yes.
The finite mind says there is awareness. Um, all of us, no, I don't want to complicate it. The finite mind says that there is awareness. We objectify awareness, but awareness never says of itself there is awareness. It says I am. So it's only the finite mind that objectifies awareness that says awareness is or there is awareness. So that statement is a statement of the finite mind. But if awareness were to make a statement of itself, it would not say there is awareness or awareness is. It would say I am.
Hmm.
It's the same. The finite mind says God is. But what would God say about itself? God would never say God is. God would say I am.
Hmm.
Therefore, the knowledge I am is higher than the knowledge God is.
Yeah. So one less follow-up question based on that is when you talk about recognizing your true nature and awareness is already always aware of itself, what is it that has to recognize its true nature?
The teaching is a concession to the one who seems not to know their true nature.
Oh, so it is from the finite mind to recognize your true nature, so to say. Or,
Uh, mm, Okay, let me give you an analogy. We've used this analogy a few times this weekend. Take the analogy of physical space, just ordinary, vast physical space. But imagine that physical space were aware. So this physical space is an aware physical space. And now imagine physical space before there were any buildings on Earth. Just one vast, undivided, aware physical space, just knowing itself by being itself. Yeah. Now, humans start building houses on Earth, and the apartment that you're in now is one of those houses. So the vast, aware physical space of the universe now seems to be enclosed in your room, as your room. It's still aware, but it now seems to be an aware, limited physical space. It isn't actually. It's still the only space there is, the vast aware space of the universe, but it seems to be a limited physical aware space. Why does it seem to be that? Because when the space looks around, it sees the four walls of your room and it says, oh, I am limited. Now, in response to that belief, the teaching says to the apparently limited aware physical space in your room, investigate your true nature. Don't look at the walls. They won't tell you anything about yourself. Look at yourself. Now, this is your question. Who is the teaching being addressed to? It's being addressed, is it being addressed to the separate space in your room, the limited space in your room, or is it being addressed to the vast space of the universe? They're the same thing.
Yeah, they're the same. Okay.
But
I,
the teaching is addressed to the apparently limited physical aware space. Because the vast
mhm.
space of the universe doesn't need to be told about itself, it knows about itself. So the teaching is addressed to the apparently limited space, although it is already the vast space.
Yeah, from the
It's,
apparent limited space to recognize that it's part of the vast space.
but
That's what
it's
you're saying.
not but it's not the apparently limited space that has that recognition. It's the space that recognizes itself. And that space isn't limited. So it's not a
Yeah,
limited space that recognizes it is the vast space. It is the
yeah,
vast space that seems to be limited that recognizes that it is not so.
yeah. So it's just like as if the walls that are there in the room, the apparent walls just come down and it's
Yeah.
completely merged with the full
So
vastness.
the teach yes. So the teaching is addressed to the apparently limited being that we seem to be, but it is only the infinite being that recognizes itself.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry, I found it a little bit funny. It's yeah. I think I get it, but it's also difficult to intellectually understand it. But I get your example. Yeah, yeah. Mm.
Nice to meet you, Thomas.
Thanks. Thank you.